Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Crypto Scoop FM. I'm your host DJ RSC. In today's video, I'm going to bring you one altcoin that I think is going to significantly outperform and is not just a Q4 cycle top bet for me, but I feel given how hot the stablecoin narrative is, this could be a multi-cycle runner. So I'm very comfortable holding this project, and in fact, I have already started building my spot packs, and I feel like all the dips on this project, at least until the end of Q4 and maybe even early Q1, are for buying. So before revealing what that project is, I want to take you through a quick overview of what is really happening in the markets because I mean, unless you're living under a rock, I'm sure you knew that there were $19 billion in liquidations in crypto. And so what we're trying to do now is see if that was just a flash crash or if there is more pain ahead. Frankly speaking, I feel the massive pain is behind us, and with this leveraged flush, almost all the leverage is out, and so we're going to see many of the high quality alts starting to spring back. Starting with the S&P 500, if you look, the long term moving average line is still very, very strong, right? This is probably the first candle that we see go below the 30-week moving average. But if you see here, on the day, we are starting to now, create net buying in or a green candle above the 30-week moving average. So the broader stock market momentum remains, right? Which is very, very good, which is exactly what we want to see. Again, even if you look at Bitcoin on the weekly, if you look at the weekly chart, I showed this to you yesterday as well. We wicked to the 30-week SMA, and then we bounced back, and we're now trading at 115K. The next significant resistance ahead of it is at 117 at this range. And I feel like it will very quickly be able to kind of get cross through this resistance and then start testing the all-time high so far, which is at $126,000. So that's what the broader market looks like. A lot of altcoins have started pumping, especially in the perp meta perp meta, with projects like synthetics returning almost 80%. But I feel the big bet that I am playing this cycle is the plasma coin meta, right? Or the XPL coin. So if you don't know what XPL is, XPL is a blockchain which is dedicated to creating a solution for hosting stable coins. If you remember, there was the Genius Act, which was recently passed in the US. And with the arrival of the Genius Act, we are now in the situation where it has become kind of very easy for both institutions as well as individuals in the US to launch and issue stable coins and also adopt stable coins for their payments and stuff, right? Plasma, and I was just going through, before diving into a lot of data, but I was watching this little ELI 5 from my good friend Eli5 DeFi, a great handle. You should definitely follow them on X. But he basically shared the plasma thesis, and he says that last year, stablecoins skyrocketed to a massive $5 trillion, not billion, guys, $5 trillion in volume. And that's a third of Visa and MasterCard's combined transactions. So there's clearly a lot of volume already happening on stablecoins. We already have that like adoption. And as stables inch closer to fintech than crypto, we're exploring the new frontier of finance, stablecoins, and spotlighting Plasma, right? So basically, Plasma, what it does is it's a purpose-built blockchain for stablecoins, right? And it's kind of like how AWS or Amazon Web Services, they have created these specific tools for on-demand cloud processing. right? Similarly, Plasma has built a custom-built blockchain just for the purposes of stablecoins, right? So it will have, it will have it will be fully compliant. It will have privacy. It will have native BTC bridging. It will have for less than 1 second finality, right? And it will support multiple blockchains. They have raised money from, they're backed by Founders Fund, Nomura, Framework Ventures, Bybit, and none other than Tether. They've already become the fourth largest chain in terms of stablecoin supply. I mean, I was reading that data somewhere, which is quite mind blowing. Let me see if I can get this. So there you go. Plasma new all-time high in stablecoin supply, now reaching $6.3 billion, making it the fifth largest chain for stablecoins, guys. And that's like barely in what, from September 19th till October 5. So that's barely 2 weeks, and it has already become the number one. And for context, Tron currently has $77 billion in stablecoin, and it's inevitable. McKenna says. Stablecoin optimized chains like Plasma will flip it. There is another thesis here that because Paulo Odrino, who is the founder of Tether, he's an investor in Plasma. It's very much likely that a lot of value will shift from Tron to the Plasma ecosystem. So that's another one. I was also looking at their token supply. While a lot of XPL emissions are, tied up ahead, we still have about 1.8, billion tokens in the market, and of this, we'll have about $2.5 billion released until Q2 of 2026, and after that, only you will see team and investor tokens unlock. So at least until then, at least the end of this cycle, I think. XPL offers a great opportunity to invest and position yourself in the stablecoin narrative. I've always told you that the cycle is about narratives. You need to identify what those narratives are and bet on the winners. And for me, the winner in the stablecoin meta is definitely Plasma, right? So that's broadly how I think about Plasma. To quickly looking at the chart for XPL, it's kind of bottomed out after what has happened in the market, and it's currently trading at like 24 cents. I'm sorry, at 44 cents. It bottomed out at 24, and then now kind of in the phase of, if we look at like the 4 hour chart, then we can see it's kind of now ranging at this level. And so I feel like once you see a couple of confirmations on the chart, right, I'll probably not enter the chart right now, although it's not a bad idea to enter. I think I'm also comfortable entering, but I would look at some very clear, like, structural changes, right? What would those be? First, I would want to see like this accumulation range that we see here, right here. Actually, one second, just delete this. And so if you look at this range right here, which is at the very end, this one, like as soon as we see the price break above this, so, with rising volumes, something like this, right? Like what we saw here. And with those rising volumes, we see the RSI kind of moving, inching closer towards the mid, and then kind of breaking out towards the top. And the moving average kind of also, swinging back upwards, or at least bottoming out and straightening out. At those would be very clear signals for breakout. At this point in time, though, it's still risky. It could fall even further because some people are saying there could be a double bottom. Like we went down once before, and we could go down again. So if indeed that scenario plays out, then we can get even better entries on XPL. But from a thesis perspective, I mean, $6.4 billion. Now they are listed on Binance spot markets, which is very, very good for like discovery and making it easy for people to buy. Its token utility includes remittance, global payouts, micropayments. They're already working on expanding it across merchants. Neo banking is now a very strong meta as well. So there's a lot of things which are working very well for XPL. I feel like when and if that flip happens, we're going to see a ton of liquidity and value kind of moving into Plasma. Plasma, they've already processed $50 billion in USDT transfer volume, which is fourth only to Tron, Ethereum, and Binance Smart Chain. So even more than Solana, guys. And that's the power of building a custom purpose-built built blockchain. I am extremely bullish on XPL. I feel like it's a great buy at these prices, and it will surely reap us a lot of profits. So that is all the video I have for you today. Comment below what do you think about XPL and whether or not the stablecoin meta is something that you would want to play this cycle. Until then, I'll see you again on Wednesday with a new video. Thank you guys. Sayonara.